I used to drink my pain away. Now I lift my pain away. I used to be a borderline alcoholic. Like, I can remember it clear as day. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we got into an argument, and the first thing that I did was I got in my car, I drove to the liquor store, I went in, I grabbed a bottle of Patron, and I went back to my apartment and I got fucking wasted. Like, I'm talking blackout drunk. Like, I'm literally so drunk that it's like GTA 5 when you go in the bar and you come out and, you're all, everything's all blurry and everything. I was that drunk. It literally got to the point where anytime I had any disagreement or argument or any intense amount of stress, where did I go? I went right back to the alcohol. And the alcohol became my crutch. It became the thing that I ran to every single time. So when I'm drinking this alcohol time after time, I go right back to it. I don't really deal with my problems. I just push them to the side and I go right back to the alcohol. How do you think I view myself? Do you think I seen myself as a winner, as a confident man, as an assertive, masculine man? Or do you think I saw myself as a loser? Someone who couldn't control his emotions. Someone who couldn't handle life. Someone who was alone. And if you guessed the latter, then you were right. Because I didn't view myself as confident. I didn't even love myself, honestly. I literally felt so embarrassed that I couldn't even go in public. I couldn't even be around people. My social skills were terrible because I was drinking all the time, the way I viewed myself. And this was back in 2022. That carried on for about 2-3 years until one day I said, enough is enough. It's time to change my life. It's literally time for me to get my life in order. So I'm living at my apartment. My ex-girlfriend, she left me. And I moved back to my hometown. And the first thing I do when I wake up the next morning is I say my prayers. I start meditating. Then I start reading. I go to the bookstore, find a book about healing from relationships, healing from breakups. And I start leveling up my life. And I get this new ambition to start a business. And I literally just completely started changing my life around. And so I completely feel like a brand new person. So with that being said, I just want to say that if you've been going through anything similar, you're struggling with alcohol, struggling with depression, anxiety, you have low self-confidence, you feel socially awkward, I'm literally here to tell you that you can come back from anything. You can absolutely change your life, no matter what, how bad it is. You just start building your relationship with God and growing spiritually, meditating, and you get in the gym and start lifting weights. This was when I started going to the gym and I got so serious with it. I got so serious with locking in. I completely just changed my identity. And then I started leveling up my physique. And that is honestly where I think a lot of people go wrong with trying to change their life, trying to become the best versions of themselves. They think too much about the results or what they want to get. They start changing the they start doing the habits and praying, meditating, going to the gym and everything. And then they start to see the results and then they change their identity. But this is actually, what if I told you that this is actually the wrong way to do it? Let me just ask you a quick question. If you achieve all the results, like you want to build a physique and you want to get back at your ex, and then you want to become more confident and you get all the results, right? Your dating life gets better, you have better social skills, and you just feel happier. And then you're still doing the habits. But let me ask you this question here. Let's say you lose all that. You start, you feel depressed again. You find a new girlfriend, she dumps you, you lose that physique, then you go back to being skinny. Would you still be confident in yourself? Would you still trust in your abilities? Would you still think that what you're doing is working? Or was your identity just based on the results? And see, that's where a lot of people mess up, because they base their identity off of the results that they get. So instead of basing the identity off of the results, we need to instead base the results off of the identity. We need to flip it around. We need to change our identity first. We need to change the way that we see ourselves. Then we do the habits, we go to the gym, we meditate, we pray, we work on our skills and everything, and then we see the results. Then that's when our life starts to change. Then we start to shift and everything, gets better. We feel happier. And so when you do it this way, you are creating long-lasting change in your life. You are actually changing your life, because see, you probably experience this. Like, you will do something, you can stick to a habit, or you can stick to a change for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then something bad happens in your life and you fall right back off and you go right back to what you was doing, and then the cycle continues over and over and over again, and then you're not really making any progress, you're not really moving forward in life, you're not really doing what you want, and it's because you never changed your identity. Your identity doesn't need to be a factor that depends on your results in life. Real confidence, real change happens when you make that internal change first. You make the internal change first. And honestly, you even got to be a little bit of, you got to be a little cocky. You got to be a little full of yourself, to be real. Have a little bit of ego. And then nobody on YouTube is going to really explain it the way that I'm explaining it to you. Like, they're going to explain it in the practical way. Go to the gym, meditate, journal, read, build a business, and do this, that, and the third. But what you have to do, because those things aren't really going to change the way you feel. I'll be real with you. Those things by themselves aren't going to change. What's really going to change the way that you feel, what's really going to change your life, is you changing your internal state. You changing the way that you see yourself. What you believe. You got to believe that this change is even possible. That's exactly what I did. I came back home and I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my life. No questions about it. I know I'm going to change my life. I know I'm capable of it. That's exactly what you have to do in order to flip your life around. It's possible. I've literally done it so many times, because I used to walk around. I had no confidence. I didn't even, I felt so awkward around women. I felt awkward around people in general. Now I'm socially charismatic. Now I'm sexually attractive. Now I'm just confident in myself. Now I just dominate the entire room. All because I changed my internal state. I overcame my breakup. I healed from my trauma. I just became the best version of myself. Went to the gym, leveled up my physique. Like, what more can I ask for? That's literally what you got to do. If you are feeling overwhelmed and you don't know where to start, the best advice I can give you is that the best place to start is with you. Start in your heart. What do you want out of life? Who do you want to be? Literally just sit down and brainwash yourself and say, I am confident, I am attractive, all these things. And I promise you, within 1 year, you stick to the habits and you start praying and building your relationship with God and meditating, becoming more present, journaling and reading. Use these things to shape your identity, to change your identity, to reinvent yourself. And as you reinvent yourself internally, you're going to see yourself flourish. You're going to see the results in life just change. You're going to feel so much more happier in life, so much more confident in yourself, and everything's going to change. I promise you. Mark my words. You will feel happier. You found this video enjoyable. You found some value in it. I'd like for you to do me a favor. like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know, give me your feedback and everything. Whoop-de-doo, you know what I'm saying? And my name is Raheem. We purpose-driven over here. Never give up. Your younger selves root for you. Peace out.